Alright. So, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this is devlog 5, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a little while since I've actually uploaded a devlog on this. But pretty much what has changed is that I have reset my PC entirely, so I lost pretty much a lot of data, but that doesn't really affect this devlog for the most part of the development of TRKL. But anyways, I've made a folder on the desktop to put these places or the versions of whatever I'm developing, or in this case, the versions of the player stat system, which has been going good. I've renamed a bunch of different things. I've set up a couple server scripts. The give points is just temporary. It's going to be removed, but what it does is it helps me preset the variables for the GUI and for the player stats. So this is the leader stats or the player stats. And what happens is this leader stats script will copy this folder, which has which this stuff is going to be rearranged later too, just because I'm OCD as fuck when it comes to these things. So this age folder is going to be inside here because the age folder is, well, it's age, and that's your mortal experience. So it's going to be here with your bulk stats, endurance stats, and etc. And pretty much what I've done is I've also made it to where when you press P on your keyboard, that's a keybind, and that will bring up your stats folder. It's due to change most likely, but down here, as you can see, it's updating like every second. But you can press P, and as you can see, this is constantly updating. So you can see that when the player can receive points, and the script is working for the general XP. But what I also did is when this hits 100, you rank up to an age, right? And then next, for 200 XP, it'll be age 2, 300 XP will be age 3, and etc. So pretty much that's what I've done. There's not really much else. I don't think I've done anything else. I did rename this a little bit. So I added a value or general XP value to whatever I'm changing. So this would be, if I make this visible, which I'll go ahead, you got general XP, which is just the title or the role or the name of the value. So if I click general XP value, that's what's changing. That's the actual value that's going to be thrown in there for the general XP. And then obviously the same things for age, and here's age value. Again, this is not like a final product. I might as well just put out there. This isn't even near, as you can see, to be in the final product, because I have these stats right here, and you don't see these stats here, so it's obvious that this is not a complete product, and I was more referring to the design of it and how it looks. So right now it does not look good. I've done no graphics design at all. All I've done is set up a UI, and I'm starting from the foundation to make sure that the more general XP you get, the more you age. And eventually what I'll do is probably next, I'm actually not too sure about that, but I'm not too sure what I'll do next. I know this works. I could work on stamina next. I think stamina might be the most important. I suppose I could make it pretty much when a player walks. When a player walks like 100 seconds or something total, or 100 studs, they get 1 XP towards their stamina. I'm not too sure yet. The magic stats is gonna wait. I need to finish the mortal stats first. The mortal stats are what's more important to me right now. I don't think there's really anything else. I'm pretty sure this was simplified. I'm pretty sure I wasn't confusing with this, so I don't confuse certain people when they're reviewing this. Like I said, player keybinds. This is like I said earlier in a previous devlog. The player keybinds is just for it's just temporarily. I'm not going to keep it right there. It's just like the H folder. Eventually, the player keybinds will be removed to a different folder. In fact, I'm going to have another folder in here that's going to say something like other values or other stats, and then that's just going to connect all the other stuff that's secondary to the leader stats. Because the primary things is the magic experience and the mortal experience. So, but player keybinds are kind of important. Like the P, I normally do values for. I normally put values in here, and when that value is true, and it can only be like changed locally or probably just going to be changed locally. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. I haven't decided on what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to focus not on the player keybinds, but on the mortal stats. Player keybinds isn't even on my radar right now. That's staying down there because it's just like that's secondary development. That's like back end development. That's not even important. That's not that important, anyways. But yeah, so since this is working, that means I think I'm just gonna do stamina next. Just stamina seems honestly, stamina just seems like the most important at the start because people are mainly going to be walking. So that's going to be the first thing they're going to be doing. They're not actually going to be going to stores. They're not going to be doing anything important really other than walking to certain locations. Stamina is going to be one of the most important for all the other things such as endurance and strength. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a bulk functionality to where it affects stamina too. But just because the heavier you are, the more stamina you could be using, or I'm going to do something like that. I don't know. It just depends on what I can do to piss people off. So yeah, stamina is next, and that's the progress and the current outlook of this development of the player stat system.